Good morning, everyone. My name is Ellisa Cooper, and this is Cooking in Quarantine. So I got up this morning and was starving, so I had to make breakfast. And then as the morning went by and I was trying to get inspired about what to do here, I realized that having an appetite is a really big part of being inspired when you're doing a daily live cooking show all by yourself with nobody to inspire you. So anyway, what I've done here is, well, what I always do. I have overheated my pan and now my pan is smoking. So let's talk about what I'm going to do. I put together this pretty bright colored salad. I had some carrots and some radishes and some bell peppers cut up. I had a little bit of goat cheese that was shredded in the container. I have this little hunk of the very center piece of my tenderloin I made the other day. So I thought what I would do, it's a little on the rare side, so I thought I would just give that a little sear and get that back up to temperature. And then I had made some really creamy dressings last week, and I'm so not in the mood for creamy. So I'm going to make a quick and easy roasted garlic dressing. I would have made just a classic vinaigrette, except that I don't have a shallot in the house. And that's when I said, but I do have roasted garlic. And I'm so glad that this opened. So here we go. I'm going to start in the same way that if you were making classic vinaigrette, I'm going to add about a heaping teaspoon of roasted garlic, as opposed to kind of a heaping teaspoon of shallots. So here we go. This is nice. I've got this really good. It's soft. It smells great. Oh, sometimes I over roast it. You guys know I sometimes will, like yesterday, I did some after hours stuff and left a bunch of stuff in the oven. So then it all went to the garbage. That's what happens. Hello, Donnie, how are you? So anyway, I've put a little roasted garlic here into my jar, and I'm just going to add a little red wine vinaigrette, a little red wine vinegar here. That's probably about a quarter cup, right? I'm also going to, after I smash my garlic back down so that it's kind of covered over with the olive oil, that helps keep the bacteria out of it, so it stays fresher longer. And then I'm going to put a little bit of, there we go. I'm having trouble with jars this morning. A nice teaspoon of Dijon mustard. If we want to put Pommery, you could do that. It's really about the tang and the vinegar. Okay, it sounds like that my pan is now no longer so hot that it might just burst into flames. There we go. Just bringing that little piece of pork from the other day, getting it crispy again around the edges. What's left? A little salt, a little pepper, and a little salt. Those were both for Kate, Miss Kate, my sweet niece, who I just adore. And what else do we need? We always, you know what I always need? Just a little bit of cayenne pepper in everything. I believe it's what keeps me healthy. Let's see. And then I need a little sweet. So I think today I'll put a little honey in here. And I like to use honey because it really helps emulsify and bind. And then we need some olive oil. And since this is going to be just a simple salad, I'm going to use some good olive oil. Thanks to our friends at Babylon Storin. This is consistently one of the top-rated olive oils produced in the whole country. Go, it's delicious. So you see what I've done? Most people would put about twice the oil to vinegar. I don't do that. First of all, you know, I like the acidity more than I like the fat. So, give this an excellent shake. Oh, yeah. Nice color. And I'll wipe up my mustard before I get it on my white shorts. That's something we don't want to happen. And then I guess I need to give this a little bit of a roll. And put it on the other side. Oh, look at that. Nice, nice, nice. That's perfect. So that's going to come up, and then I'm going to slice it super, super, super thin and probably toss it in this dressing so that the meat will kind of soak up the dressing, and then maybe put them into little slivers, toss it all around. I pulled a couple of these things. These are about one of the few things that I do buy that's not just, you know, vegetables and meat and such. As I always have a couple of things of crackers and always a couple of gluten-free, because you never know when somebody's going to walk in who's going to need that. But when I find these, I love these little tortilla strips. They're so good. They get such a wonderful little crunch to things. And they also had fried onions when we were there the other day. I would put fried onions on everything if it wasn't such a mess to make them. So yeah. So guys, it is a beautiful day. It's been hotter than a $1 day the last few days here in New York, and I think that we're going to have a lovely weekend, so that's nice. And I had somebody ask a question this morning that got me thinking about kind of the state of things. You know, we have, rightfully so, COVID has taken a backseat to the protests that are so overdue. But I realized that really we kind of boil down to two kinds of people: the COVID weary and the COVID wary. The COVID weary are the people who say, I've already done my 100 days, I'm out, I'm going out, I don't care what I don't care, be damned, whatever happens, be damned. And then there are the COVID wary who are like, you know, I love the old people in my life, and I've figured out a way to get along pretty well here in my last 100, and I think I'm on day 104, if I'm not mistaken. I've learned how to manage this quite well, and frankly, if for nothing else other than the well-being of my fellows, I will be wary and exercise an abundance of caution, right? So, and I kind of feel like that's the way we are with the people who are on the two sides of this police brutality issue. You know, I can't even say the phrase police brutality without thinking of Ricky Lake in the fabulous, amazing, original John Waters Hairspray, screaming police brutality, police brutality. And, you know, it's really hard to see people that can't step out of themselves long enough to say, this is more important than, you know, some people don't need to be spoken up for. Some people must be spoken up for. So anyway, guys, that's kind of where my thoughts have been these last few days. This little piece of pork can still cook a little while longer. This is the one that I did in 5-spice, I think. And I think it was really, really good. I ate it like with my hands. I don't even think I ever actually made it into a dish. I just kept slicing it and eating it and slicing it and eating it and dipping it in the sauce and slicing it and eating it. It was amazing. And those little lettuce wraps we made were really good. And I forgot to mention that Vicki, God bless her, you know, my bestie Vicki, who's been here a few times, went to Cordon Bleu to graduate school. So she's a real cook, you know, and she's my cooking buddy for sure. And she was like, this would be, and I said to her, I said, oh, you know, this needs some other color to brighten it up. In that stir fry I did of carrots and celery and scallions? Yeah, scallions. And she said, you know what would make it better? Peanuts. Well, we threw some peanuts on there, and that was indeed inspired. So thank you, Beck, for the peanut idea. So if anybody wants to do that and make those lettuce wraps, that is an absolutely classic thing that, for whatever reason, the recipe that I read that inspired what I cooked was just didn't have any peanuts in it. I guess maybe a lot of people think to eliminate nuts from things because there are so many people who have nut issues, or maybe people who don't even think about nuts because somebody in their family has some sort of a tree nut issue. Or I guess peanuts are not tree nuts, are they? Anyway, here we go. I think that's about all I have to do here. This little piece of pork probably is nice and pretty. And I have my nice, bright, beautiful colored salad. My greens were very, very crisp when I opened them this morning. So that was great. Oh, let's test the salad dressing and see if we did okay. Now that we had a second or two for them, for all the flavors to meld together. Just the way I like it. Oh, my mouth is watering wildly. Just the way I like it. So guys, I hope wherever you are, you're having a great day. You've got something fresh and healthy on your plate. You've got something interesting to do, exciting to do. I actually have been trying so hard to take a day off forever. Just today where I would be like, okay, now it's over. Let's just sit down and do nothing. And I can't seem to get enough cleared away. So I'm going to work triple hard the next 2 or 3 days so that maybe in the next 5 or 6 I can get back to that place. So you guys, I hope everybody's well. Hello to Carol and Carolyn and Kevin and Leah and Denise and Olivier and Lasana. Hello. Lasana is in Florence. So wave hello to Lasana, who has survived the worst of the COVID, we hope. So guys, I love y'all. Thank you for stopping by. And we'll see you tomorrow for Cooking in Quarantine. Who knows? It could be a bagel day. Ciao.